Okay, well, thank you for joining us today. My name is Courtney Handelin. I'm one of the health coaches here at the Waukesha Employee Health and Wellness Center. And I'm glad you're here today for week 3 of our Happy Hearts series. I'm pretty excited about this one. And to be honest, I wanted to do it pretty early on because I thought everyone would benefit from it. But I figured it would be a fitting one for just coming off of the Valentine's Day holiday. If you celebrated, or even if you didn't, it's a good time to remind ourselves that obviously Valentine's Day is all about love, but it's important that you are part of that, receiving that love from yourself. So to yourself, from yourself. And so that's what we're going to do here today. So let's get started by doing a little bit of breathing, just centering, bringing ourselves to this space. So if you haven't already, you can stand up. If you've been standing all day, I'll invite you to stand with me. Otherwise, you can do this sitting down as well. And either close your eyes or set your gaze down towards the floor, towards your toes. And just start by taking a couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Really paying attention to the feeling of that diaphragm filling up as you breathe in and pushing all the air out. Noticing how the breath kind of has a wave-like motion in and out. And I'd like to explore a breathing technique with you that's called Lunar Breathing. And so we're really going to focus on the exhale. This is made to help you relax. So as you breathe in, count slowly with me to 3. So in, 2, 3, hold it, and exhale to 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. So let's do that again. You can go at your own pace. Nice deep breath in, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3, 4. Just do one more, just on your own. And as you let that counting go, just take a minute to come inside your body. Notice if there are any places where you're holding tension, stress or anxiety or negativity, either in the body or in the mind. And for your next couple breaths, imagine that fresh oxygen is being delivered right to the place that needs it most. And exhale everything out. Any negativity or stress or tension or anxiety or worries, let that all come out on the exhale. So one more nice big inhale of fresh, life-giving oxygen. And exhale out any fears or worries, doubts, tension, pain. And just sit for a moment here, giving yourself a little gratitude and kindness. You made time for yourself today to come and do this. And start to bring yourself back to the space. Wiggle your fingers or your toes. And slowly open your eyes if you had them closed, or set your gaze back towards the screen. And we're going to do a little stretching. So if you can clasp your hands, lace your fingers together and just reach up and pulling the belly button up, but make sure your shoulders can drop as you pull up. And so your hands are like this. You can flip them like that outwards. On the inhale again, pull up. And then put them back to normal, unless if the other way is more comfortable. And we're just gonna take a nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, tilting over to one side just as far as is comfortable. And if it's more comfortable, you can just let your hands be free. Another inhale, and on the exhale, using those core muscles to pull yourself right back up to neutral. Inhale again. On the exhale, we're taking it to the other side. And if you do have your fingers laced together, you might want to give them a little pull in that direction as well. Inhale, and on the exhale, engaging all those core muscles to pull yourself back to neutral. Very good. You can let those hands come down, roll those shoulders a little bit, and let's clasp our hands again, but this time to the back. And we're just going to push back, popping your chest out a little bit, looking straight forward. You can pull your arms up if that feels good, or just leave them down. Just don't go to the point of pain, just light resistance. Very good. And then with your hands, we didn't really do this, but clasp them and then just push them straight out. And you can tilt them down a little bit. And back to center and let them fall. Awesome. So we're going to do a little shoulder massage, a little deltoid massage. And part of this is the more you can visualize what's happening, the more benefits you'll get from this. So let's just start by a couple shoulder rolls, one at a time, nice and slow. And if you're feeling a bunch of like crickly, crackly, or crunching sounds, just stop for a second, close your eyes, and envision your shoulders rolling nice and smoothly like water. And then when you feel like you got that, go ahead and give it another try. Nice and smooth. And if you can't get there without the crunching, that's okay. Sometimes that's just how it is, but the visualization can really help sometimes. And give them a couple rolls forward. Great. And we are going to do, like I said, a little shoulder massage. So go ahead and take your left arm, cross it over, put it on that right shoulder. And you feel where that, I need to unzip this here so you can see what I'm doing. So feel where this muscle is that's right here between the shoulder blade and the neck, right along the back side. And what I want you to do is pull your shoulder up while you're giving that a squeeze. So you're pulling from behind the back, that the muscle is in the back, right? And just give it a squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Imagine that you are squeezing out a dirty sponge. And then as you let it go, imagine all the dirty water is washing down. And that shoulder is refilling with fresh water. So let's do that again. Same side. Grabbing onto that shoulder muscle, so the muscle's right back here. Pulling the shoulder up to our ears. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze it. Keep squeezing. Imagine all that dirty water squeezing out and release. That muscle fills up again with fresh water. And now take a second to notice, is hopefully that arm, the shoulder that you were just squeezing, you should feel a difference. It should feel like it's resting much lower. Release of tension there. So let's go ahead and do that to the other side. So again, grabbing right there, the muscles right back here, pulling that shoulder up to the ear, squeeze, 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 wringing that dirty sponge out, and relax. Imagine that the dirty water washes away, fresh water is refilling that muscle. Another nice deep breath. And on that inhale, go ahead, lift that shoulder up, squeeze that muscle, squeezing out all that dirty water, and relax, and let it all flow out. Okay, next I'm going to have you take your hands, kind of crossing them again, but a little looser, putting them behind your head, and you're just going to massage that neck right at the base of the skull. We're moving in, and you might have your hands separate. That's okay. You don't have to have them clasped. But just moving those thumbs in a circular motion along the base of the skull. If you want to, you can go down the sides of the neck a little bit. You can work your way down to those deltoid muscles, trapezoid. And if it's easier, you can use your fingers too. And just doing that circular motion. And what's really good is if you focus on those little nodules right behind your ear, again at the base of that skull. If you ever feel a migraine coming on or headache coming on, or you're having a headache, that's a good place to rub right there. Releasing that tension there. A lot of times that can help relieve some of the headache pain, or at least make it feel a little less severe for the time being. Awesome. Great. And next we're going to do just a little finger stretch. Our fingers can get kind of cramped up when we're typing, especially in this cold. So you're going to holding just gently your 3 fingers and then trying to pull that pointer finger towards the palm. And it might not reach, it probably won't, and that's okay. Nice and gentle, and then moving right along, using the other hand to hold those fingers back, not necessarily pulling, while the middle finger is reaching towards the palm. And just move right down the line. If you need to use your thumb to help pull a finger in that direction, that's okay. Good. And other side, same thing on the other hand. Stretching each finger and just gently using the other hand, a finger from the other hand, to hold the other fingers back while the isolated finger reaches forward. My pinkies are really uncoordinated, so I need my thumb to help get it in that right direction. All right, awesome. And we're going to clasp our hands again. And you're just going to start by doing circular motion on your hand with that thumb. Just massaging the palm. If there's a spot that feels like you need to stay there longer, that's okay. And if it feels good, try to rub along each bone line. Trace where each finger connects into the hand. Go back to that circular motion. Good. And then switching to the other hand. And placing those fingers. Using that thumb to just go all around that palm. Circle one way, circle the other. Maybe trace the line of each tendon, each bone for each finger. If there's spots that need a little extra help, feel free to stop there. Good. And lastly, I have one more little breathing exercise for you. And we're going to trace our fingers. So as we go up, you're going to inhale and down, exhale. Inhale and exhale. And you can close your eyes if you like. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do it on the other hand again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and one more, inhale, and exhale. Very good. Awesome. Shake it all out. Give yourself a big hug, wrapping those arms around and a little pull forward so you can get another nice stretch in that back, maybe rubbing those shoulder blades. And again, from the other side with the other arm on top, pulling forward, rubbing those shoulder blades. And then one more to the back. So we can stretch out that front there. That gets tight when we're leaned over like this. Good. Roll those shoulders, shake it out. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this little self-care massage and utilize those tools anytime you're feeling stressed or like you just need a little break. I look forward to seeing you next week.